Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about module number 2, that is line parameters. Here we are going to discuss about that inductance of a conductor due to external flux. So inductance of a conductor due to external flux. So we need to calculate the flux linkages on the conductor due to the external flux, because this concept is got because we have overhead transmission lines like 3-phase 4-wire transmission lines are there, 3-phase 3-wire transmission lines are there, single phase 2-wire transmission system is there. If you see that between any two conductors, definitely if the two conductors are current carrying conductors, definitely there are two currents in the two conductors. Let us assume like I1 and I2. I1 produces one flux in conductor 1. Similarly, I2 also produces one more flux in conductor 2. There is a flux linkage from one conductor to another conductor. In this scenario, here we are going to discuss about the inductance of a conductor. That means due to the flux linkage from one conductor to another conductor, there exists that inductance in the transmission line. To find out that inductance of the transmission line due to the flux linkage from one conductor to another conductor, let us see this figure. In this figure, this is nothing but one conductor. Here I am going to show that front view of the conductor, and R is nothing but the radius of the conductor, and there are other two conductors which are represented with the two dotted lines. Let us assume that a conductor is located at a distance of x from this conductor, and the two conductors which are represented in dotted lines, let us assume that one conductor is located at a point P1 and another conductor which is located at a point P2. So as our scenario, one conductor is located at a point P1, another conductor is located at a point P2. So in these conductors also there is a flow of current. If there is a flow of current in this conductor, if there is a flow of current in this conductor, and there is a small tubular cell of gap between these two conductors, and that tubular gap, mathematically we can assume that the distance between these two conductors, let us assume as dx, and from the location of P1 there is a distance of d1, and from the location of P2 there is a distance of d2. The location of P1 having one conductor, the location of P2 having another conductor. So from these two distances like d1 and d2, from the two locations like P1 and P2, there are other two conductors which are represented by the two dotted lines here. These conductors also carrying currents, and it develops the flux. That flux links to this conductor which is showing in pink color here. This is nothing but a front view of the conductor. If this flux which is existed by these two conductors which are represented by the dotted lines, this flux is linked to this conductor. By that time, some amount of inductance is carrying across this already existing inductance of the given length of the transmission line. That inductance is because of the flow of current in the two dotted line concentric circles of the conductors which are located at a points of P1 and P2. As we consider already a tubular element of x distance between these two hided conductors for this conductor. Now the field intensity at this point, the field intensity, that is a capital H suffix of x, because having a distance of x meters from this conductor to these concentric circles of the conductors which are located at a far distance of x, or at a distance of d1 and d2 from the locations of P1 and P2. The magnetomotive force MMF is equal magnetomotive force MMF is equal flux into reluctance. Flux is equal MMF divided by reluctance. However, we discussed that voltage according to Ohm's law, V is equal IR. However, we write in a case of electrical circuits, that is voltage is equal to current into resistance. In similar manner, magnetomotive force in magnetic circuits, magnetomotive force is equal flux into reluctance. So however, we call resistance in electrical circuits, and similarly in magnetic circuits we call that resistance of that magnetic material called reluctance, which is represented with the letter called S. Therefore MMF is equal pi into S. But the two conductors which are located at a points of P1 and P2 having a distance of D1 D2 are having a distance of x meters from the tubular center meter, having a magnetic field intensity, we can write that mathematically the formula 2 pi x hx is equal I. From here onwards the magnetic field intensity capital Hx is equal I by 2 pi x. If it is I by 2 pi x, then we know the flux density. What flux density? Magnetic flux density. The magnetic flux density B is equal, actually we can say that magnetic flux density B, which is denoted mathematically B is equal flux per unit area, flux divided by unit area, that is A. Pi by A is called as flux density, whose units are Weber per meter square. Or we can also define the magnetic flux density capital B suffix x distance, that is equal mu naught into Hx, where Hx is called as magnetic field intensity. Therefore the product of magnetic field intensity into absolute permeability is called as magnetic flux density. So as we know that already here, magnetic field intensity formula capital Hx is equal capital I by 2 pi x. Now I am going to substitute this formula in the place of Hx at here. Then the magnetic flux density capital B suffix x is equal mu naught into capital I by 2 pi x Weber per meter square, because the units of magnetic flux density is Weber per meter square. Now the flux d pi, that is the flux of d pi, that is nothing but small change of flux, that is d pi, through a cylindrical shell of thickness dx at an axial length of 1 meter. That means the small change of magnetic flux, we can write mathematically the formula d pi, that is equal to capital B suffix x into dx. From here we can write that d pi is equal, bx means we know the formula mu I by 2 pi x, again into dx. Now the flux d pi links all the current in the conductor once and only once. Then we can write the formula d pi is equal mu naught into I by 2 pi x into dx Weber tons. So if it is the formula, then the total flux linkages of the conductor from the surface to infinity, that is external flux linkage. There are two types of flux linkage, one is internal flux linkage, another one is external flux linkage. External flux linkage is because of the flux which is linking from the two unknown locations of the conductors like P1, P2 having a distance of D1, D2 from the center of this conductor. So from these two conductors onwards there is a flux linkage. Due to that flux linkage there is a small amount of inductance which was increased in that conductor. To measure or to identify that small amount of inductance which was increased in the already existing transmission line, here we are going to define the formula. So as of now we have the formula d pi is equal mu naught into I by 2 pi x into dx Weber tons. Then the total flux linkage of the conductor from surface to infinity. Surface to infinity means that is center of the conductor radius r to infinity mu naught into I by 2 pi x into dx Weber per tons. Therefore the overall flux linkage, that is internal flux linkage and external flux linkage. External flux linkage is because of external conductors. Internal flux linkage is because of the current flowing through that conductor. So therefore the overall flux linkage psi is equal psi of internal plus psi of external. Psi of internal, already we know the formula from previous topic. Psi of internal is equal mu naught into I by 8 pi plus integral psi of external, that is integral r to infinity mu naught into I by 2 pi x into dx. So in these two equations I am going to take that mu naught into I by 2 pi. The remaining equation here, the left hand term will become as 1 by 4 and the right hand term here it become as integral r to infinity dx by x, where psi is equal mu naught into I by 2 pi of 1 by 4 plus integral of r to infinity dx by x is the overall flux linkage formula for one conductor. It's because of external linkaging and internal flux linkaging. Here in this figure I am telling that external flux linkage is nothing but from the two conductors which was located at point P1 and point P2 having a distance of D1, D2 from here, or having a distance of capital X meters at here. So this is nothing but external flux linkage. Internal flux linkage is because of this conductor. Thank you.